Here's the big reveal. Oh, they look so good. Hey y'all, so since this is my first YouTube video, I wanted to make an introductory video, a real quick one. Snake in my hand, sorry, apologies. So I am Kayla, I'm the owner of Inspiration Exotics. I've owned ball pythons for about 10 years, but 2020 was my first year breeding, and I am super excited. So for this clutch, this is my second clutch of the season, and the pairing was this super pastel female. So this is Ophelia. So this is Darwin. He is an orange dream, yellow belly, fire, pinstripe. He is gorgeous. These are both proven animals. Ophelia laid for me last year, and Darwin I got from a friend. So they are both proven already, but this is the first pairing that I've done with them together. I'm super excited to see how the hatchlings turn out, and yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and walk you through what exactly is happening with these eggs. So normally I wait for the first hatchling to pip on their own, and then I give them 24 hours after that. I do that for a few different reasons. Part of it is because I feel that in captivity as breeders, we have a responsibility to better the species. And so I don't want to be passing on the genes of snakes that don't have egg tooths and are not able to properly hatch or get themselves out of their egg. In the wild, they would pass away. It's sad, but it's something that does happen. And so I don't want to artificially create snakes that are genetically weaker in terms of breeding. And so that's part of the reason that I normally wait. But because these eggs were transported, I do want to check and make sure that there are no severe kinks, that there's no severe deformities. And if I do find any of those, I would like to know about them sooner rather than later, so that I can go ahead and humanely euthanize those snakes so that they are not suffering. So hopefully, fingers crossed, there's nothing wrong with these eggs. I am just gonna check them and make sure, but I figured that y'all wouldn't mind getting the first introduction to these eggs, and I just wanna check and make sure that everything is okay. So let me go ahead and set the camera up here and we will get started. All right, so let's go ahead and get these done. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull these apart very gently. It's late enough in incubation that I'm not terribly worried about doing that. This one is very plump. There we go. All right. So I don't like to cut a big window. I like to cut something small just to make sure that the hatchlings are okay. I know we like looking in and seeing hatchlings. Very interesting. I'm not sure how well you can see that. But I think I see Pinstripe in there. It'd be very cool. So this one, I'm just gonna re-verify that poke test. Oh yeah, and he's responding now, so he's gonna be totally okay. And there we go. Awesome. All right, so let's give this one a try. So I like to cut really small windows in my eggs. I don't like to cut the whole top off of the egg because I want it to be as much up to the hatchling as possible in terms of coming out. So I'm gonna cut just a little slit right there. And then I'm gonna do a small round window here so that we can pull it apart and see the hatchling. All right. Now y'all may not be able to see that. He's right in there. I know, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to get a better camera set up for this, but I see a little nose right here. He looks totally okay. That's awesome. I think I see Pinstripe again. And we're gonna do a quick little poke test. Oh yeah, and we're responding. So this one is good too. Amazing. So far we have 2 hatchlings that are responding. That makes me feel a lot better. I was really worried that they were not going to be responding. Alrighty, we're gonna go. So there's 7 eggs. Female is super pastel, so all of them should be pastel, which I do think I saw pastel so far in these guys. And we're gonna go for our next egg. So we're not going to be able to identify them as well as probably you see in some other hatching videos because I do cut such a small window. But again, the reason for cutting is not because I'm wanting to see the genes of the animals. Of course I do. I'm really curious. But the primary reason for cutting is that I just want to make sure that they are okay. So we're going to go in very small. These eggs are very goopy. I don't know if you can see that, but there is a lot of goop. All right, so with this one, wow, that's really beautiful. You can see a head right at the top there. Oh yeah, and he's responding, so this one is gonna be good. Awesome. All right, egg number 4. So like I said, 7 eggs in this clutch. Everything should be pastel. As of so far, that has been the case. All right, we've got a little window there with some goop coming out. I know there's a technical term for it, but I like to call it egg goop, courtesy of Emily on Snake Discovery. All right, and for those of you who are watching this as an educational channel, I do want to verify, you can see a little bit of blood coming out of these eggs. I am not cutting the hatchling, so there are veins that run on the inside of the egg, and those are veins that make sure that oxygen and blood flow and nutrients properly get to the snake. And so I do have, you can see blood, but that blood is not the hatchling's blood, I promise. It is not hurting the hatchling to cut the eggs like this. So this one, I can see another pinstripe. I would say this one is definitely pastel, pinstripe, fire, and I'm really not sure what else. This egg is very goopy, so we're gonna dip a little bit of the goop out and let you see a little sneak peek in there. So you can see that really light color, you can see the pastel and the pinstripe patterning, so that's gonna be really cool. And I can see the top of his head. This hatchling looks okay, but we are gonna go ahead and do a poke test. My hands have egg goop on them. All right, so is this hatchling? Oh yeah, we're responding. So he is gonna be good as well. And so far, I have not noticed any deformities. What I was really worried about was potential kinking, since these hatchlings had maybe some temperature changes. All right, let's continue. So you can see that these eggs looked really dented when they were in the egg box, but now that they are out of the egg box, they do have a fair amount of liquid in them, and that's a good thing. All right, lots of egg goop. All right. Alrighty, so this one is not pinstripe, but I would guess yellow belly. I definitely see some yellow belly patterning in there. It's very cool. I know it's not very bright, so you probably can't see it very well, but that's okay. We will do another video later, but I would say that is absolutely 100% yellow belly pastel at absolute minimum. And just to be safe, poke test. Oh, never mind. I can see him moving in there, so he's good. I can see that. All right. Amazing. So happy with these guys. My worst fears have not come true. I don't have an entire clutch of deformed hatchlings, and that is really what I was worried about. So I am so glad that that is not the case. Get a new paper towel. All right, we just have 2 eggs left. And I am so excited, y'all. This is amazing. All right, egg number 6. Also very plump, which is a good thing. I like to see that. It just makes egg cutting a little bit of a mess. All right, got that egg goop coming out. Haven't hit a vein yet on this one. Oh, that's amazing. He's right at the very top there. All right, so that is definitely pastel fire at absolute minimum. I know it's hard to see, but you can see that really bright yellow coloring in there. So this one does not have pinstripe, but definitely pastel fire. I would guess probably yellow belly as well. And orange dream is something that I'm gonna have to ID once these hatchlings are out of the egg and probably have shed out, because orange dream is not something I at least am able to identify while they are in the egg. All right, so put that last one back in there. Gonna clean up this, get a new paper towel, and then we are on our last egg. So these parents have both been proven out at this point. Every single hatchling has been pastel so far, so that female is definitely a super pastel, which is interesting because when I first got her, I had a lot of people tell me she was a single gene, but this is 2 years in a row now that she has produced only pastel offspring. So she is definitely a super pastel. And then the male, the orange dream, yellow belly, fire, pinstripe, I got from Omnipotent Serpents. Thanks, Ken, for him. And he has already been proven as well, but it's really nice to see these genes come out in hatchlings that I have. But we have verified the fire, we have verified the pastel. I definitely saw yellow belly on that last hatchling, or the one before it. And so at this point, I will just have to look at orange dream after. And this one is really cool. This is not a pinstripe, but this is definitely pastel. I know it's difficult to see. You can see the really bright yellow coloring in there. And we're gonna go ahead and, oh, yep, I can see him moving in there, so we don't even need to do a poke test, but just in case it was me, I'm gonna verify. Oh yeah, and he's responding. Amazing. So we have 7 healthy hatchlings. I am so excited to see what they are when they come out.
All right, cutie patootie.
Oh boy. Amazing. So I've gotten camera help. This is Sam. Say hi, Sam.
Hello.
When I said this channel was gonna be about me breeding ball pythons as a female grad student, that also means that I have a roommate and my roommate helps me film things. Yay! Okay, so we are gonna take a look at these, and it's hilarious because they've all turned upside down, but it's gonna be fine. We're gonna do it anyway. All right, so let's go top here. So this first one, let's see if I can get this out. Come on, little one. The problem is that once you cut these eggs open, they get... All right, so that pattern there, I can see definitely pinstripe, definitely pastel. They're all gonna be pastel because mom was super pastel. So I'm seeing pinstripe, pastel, fire,
quite possibly Yellow Belly. I'm not sure about Orange Dream on that. So we'll see about that one, but it looks very cool. All right, egg number 2. We're gonna go on the bottom here. This one has also turned upside down, but you can see that really cool pinstriping pattern. So that one again, definitely pinstripe, definitely pastel. I would say definitely fire too. And I'm not sure about anything else on that one, but you can see a little nose right there.
Oh, look at the little nose.
Nose. So we're gonna put that one back down. I have double checked all of these just to make sure they are still alive and moving around. They sure are. All right. Oh, you can see a little eye right there.
Oh, look how cute.
A little eye. So this one looks to me like a lemon blast. I'm gonna say that's what it is. So pastel pinstripe. Not sure about anything else, but you can definitely see that pinstripe pattern there all the way around. And I emphasize again, they have all turned upside down. So the vast majority of what you're seeing is belly pattern, but that's okay. All right, egg number 4. This one is our first non-pinstripe. So you can see how the pattern is a lot different. This one, I'm gonna say definitely Yellow Belly, obviously pastel, because Mom was super pastel. And I'm gonna say probably fire as well. So I think we're looking at a Yellow Belly Firefly, but you can see the Yellow Belly pattern really obviously on the belly there. So that's really cool. Get a little nose there. That's the only one that's still turned the right way. This one, egg number 5. This one is, oh, and we're moving. This one is also a non-pinstripe. So I'm gonna guess this one is a firefly. Those really dark blacks and the really light yellow pastel. So that's gonna be pastel fire, and we'll see if it has Yellow Belly or Orange Dream. Orange Dream was in the pairing from the sire, but I am not good enough to ID that in the egg, so we're gonna have to wait for them to come out and hatch, and then we'll see that. All right, here's our next one. This one is really cool. I would say this one is definitely Yellow Belly as well. You see a little eye in there? And he's moving around.
You can see your whole little head.
Do a little poke test, make sure he's still good in there. He's not happy, but he's still good. Gonna put him back down. Oh, never mind, this is the last one.
Just kidding, this one's number 6.
Jake.
No, 7, right?
7, yep.
We can count.
And
We're
then
grad
this
students.
is the last one. So this one also looks like Yellow Belly to me. This looks like pastel fire Yellow Belly probably. You can't see a ton of the pattern there, but we're gonna be really excited to see them when they come out. So I'm gonna put these guys back in the incubator and stop bothering them. But yeah, so those are the genes that we're looking at here.